Hey guys, welcome to Ashtanga Vinyasa. This is a non-traditional overview of the primary series to just kind of give you an idea of what poses are included and just give you something to follow along with and maybe have some fun with. We're going to start today's practice with Surya Namaskara A and B, connecting with the breath, syncing up movements with your inhalations and exhalations. So starting at the front of your mat, Tadasana, mountain pose, firmly rooting the base of your feet into the mat, lower core is engaged, top of the head is growing tall towards the ceiling. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Trini, look up, Ardha Uttanasana. Chaturanga Dandasana on your exhale. Inhale, Pancha, upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Shavasana, downward facing dog. Few breaths here. Breathing. You can bend the knees as much as you need to. Working shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, bend the knees, float forward. Inhale, upward. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way up. Back to Tadasana, Samastatihi. Right back into the next one. Inhale, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, Pancha, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing here, allowing the spine to grow. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, back to Samastatihi. One more. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, slowly lower. Inhale, Pancha, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing here. Getting ready to float forward. Gauging the lower belly. Bend the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way up. Exhale to Samastatihi. Moving directly into Surya Namaskara B. Inhale, sinking into Utkatasana, chair pose, arms up. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold forward. Ardha Uttanasana, look up. Chaturanga Dandasana, jump back. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Shavasana. Exhale, downward facing dog, kick the right foot forward, come up into warrior one. Inhale here. Virabhadrasana A. Exhale, move through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Back into downward facing dog, kicking up the left foot. Virabhadrasana A. Left leg. Back right into Chaturanga Dandasana. Exhale, Urdhva Mukha Shavasana, upward facing dog. Back into Adho Mukha Shavasana. Breathing here. Revving up the lower belly, getting ready to float forward. Bend the knees. And exhale, jump. Inhale, halfway lift, Uttanasana. Forward fold into Utkatasana, arms up. Exhale, release into Samastatihi. One more time. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana, upward. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Shavasana, right leg kicks up. Exhale, right leg steps in between the hands, Warrior One. Exhale, move through your Vinyasa, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left foot immediately comes into Warrior One. Inhale, exhale, move through your Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Shavasana. Breathing here, revving up to float forward. Exhale, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. All the way up, Samastitihi. Back to standing, back to neutral. Starting with our standing sequence here. Rooting in the feet, hip width distance apart. Hinging at the hips, fold forward. Yogi toe lock around the toes. Padangustasana. Releasing the neck, releasing the head. Bending the knees as much as you need to. Inhale, halfway lift. Padahastasana. I'll slip the hands underneath the feet. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands back to hips. Inhale, all the way back up. Feet back together. Inhale, legs wide. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Arms open. Body is in a line like a pane of glass. Yogi toe lock on the right foot. Arm is directly above the ankle. Breathing here. And inhale, back up. Switching sides, kicking out the hip. Left arm reaches over, down to yogi toe lock. Revolving the chest open. Gaze is towards the sky. Rooting into that back leg. And inhale, release back up and out. Parivrikta Trikonasana, revolved triangle pose. Left arm to the outside of the right foot. And gaze towards the sky. Alright, inhale, revolve back out. Switching sides, twisting over towards your left. Right arm to the outside of the left foot. Gaze over. Just really quickly here, inhaling, revolving back around to a Warrior Two stance. Shifting over into your side angle pose. Parsval Konasana. Breathing here. Getting that nice side body stretch on the left side. Inhale, revolving up and out, second side. Just a quick flow here. Inhale, open up the arms. Sinking into that left hip. Inhale, reaching over with the right arm, getting that right body stretch. Exhale, and then inhale back up and out. Parivrikta Padottanasana, revolved side angle. Opening up the chest with palms pressed together. Inhale, open up the arms. Reaching over the right arm, right side. Inhale, back up and out. Exhale, sinking into your twist, into the lunge. Gaze towards the sky. When you're ready, opening up the arms. Feeling that nice side body stretch on the left side. Feeling strong in your stance. Inhale, slowly revolving back up and out. Stepping open wide, feet parallel. Hands at the hips for Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale, up towards the sky. Exhale, hinging at the hips, folding forward. Hands can come down to support you. Adjust your stance as you need. Top of the head can graze the mat or simply hang, relaxing the neck. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands at the mat, twisting open with the right arm up. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, left arm comes up. Exhale, back down to meet the other. Giving yourself a deeper stretch here. Opposite hand to opposite foot. Maybe a little half bind. Exhale, switching sides. Inhale, twisting up towards the sky. Breathing here. Feeling that deep hamstring stretch. Exhale, release back towards the center. Inhale, hands at the hips, coming back up. On your inhale, squeezing the elbows back behind you. Back down on your exhale. Hands at the hips, squeezing the elbows together. Releasing the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, back up. Release the arms, open wide. Exhale, clasping the hands behind you. Interlacing the fingers. Inhale, expand the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Hands over the head. Feeling a deep shoulder rinse here. Inhale, release, come back up. Inhale, opening up, expanding the chest, releasing the fingers. And exhale, folding forward. Yogi toe lock around the two big toes. Pulling yourself deeper here, releasing the neck, releasing the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release, and then inhale, coming back up. Scooching the feet back over to point the same direction towards the back of your mat for pyramid pose. Hands come into reverse prayer or interlace behind you. Inhale, looking up, and exhale, fold forward, nose towards the knee. Breathing here. Legs are as straight as possible. Inhale, coming back up, switching sides. Exhale, round the spine. Coming over the right knee. Breathing here. Inhale, release. Regrounding your balance here. We'll move into balancing postures. Reaching down. Grabbing the right toe with the yogi toe lock. Bend your right leg as much as you need to. Inhale, pulling up right leg. Left hand is at the hip. Exhale, standing forward fold. So you need to. Inhale, coming up. Getting ready to open that right leg out to the side. Trying to keep the hips level. Gaze over the opposite side. Left arm can come out to help you balance. Exhale, back to center. Releasing that toe. Top of the leg is nice and engaged. And exhale, release. Warrior 3. Just a counter pose. Ardha Baddha Padottanasana. Advanced tree pose. Wrapping the hands over the toes. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Slowly come back up and out. Feet back together, second side. Utthita Asta Padangustasana, left foot, grabbing it and lifting it up, finding your stability here. Exhale, forward fold, standing. Getting ready to open up the left foot out to the side. Hips are level. Gaze over the right shoulder, slow and controlled. Exhale back to center. Releasing the left leg. Top leg's engaged. And then release to warrior 3. Challenging your balance. Come back. Center, Ardha Baddha Padottanasana. Wrapping left arm back around to grab the toe. Fold forward. Feeling that compression of the core. Neck is relaxed. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back to center. And release the foot down. Reestablishing your foundation, reestablishing that balance, noticing. Coming back into Utkatasana, fingertips graze the ground as you sink into your seat. Inhale, arms up. Gaze in between the hands. Bring your hands to prayer. Twisting off to one side. Inhale. Exhale, twisting off to the other side. Exhale, inhale. Back to Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, and then inhale all the way back up to Samastitihi. Readjusting, grabbing a drink of water as you need to. Getting ready for the next postures. Virabhadrasana A, Warrior 1, open out to the right side. Both heels are grounded. Inhale, up, palms together. Knees at a 90-degree angle. Switching sides, sinking into that lunge. Gaze is towards the ceiling. Opening up right into Virabhadrasana B. Same foundation in your lunge here. Switching sides. Virabhadrasana B, second side. Inhale back to center. And we'll move towards the seated positions. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Getting ready to jump through. Gauge lower belly, bend the knees. Exhale. Feet come together through the hands into your first seated posture. We'll start with Dandasana, staff pose. To prepare for this engaged pose, we'll start with a couple of reverse tables. So inhale, exhale, suck the belly in. Inhale, engage. Exhale. So notice how the upper thigh is engaged as you sink down, rooting in through the root chakra. Then coming into your forward fold, yogi toe lock. Exhale, fold deeply. It's okay to round the spine here. Again, nose towards the knees. Breathing here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, a little bit deeper. Slowly coming out. Walk the hands forward. Grabbing the feet anywhere along the legs, folding deeply here. Breathing. Inhale, release. And cross the legs, vinyasa through. Upward facing dog, exhale, downward facing dog. A breath or two here. Getting ready to move into Purvattanasana. Bend the knees, shooting forward. Bottom of the feet making contact with the ground as the front of the body becomes a straight line. Inhaling, exhale, release. Janu Shirshasana. Bottom of the foot comes to inside of the thigh. Folding forward. Hurdle stretch. Inhale, release. And switching sides. Inhale and exhale. Normally between these postures, we would do a vinyasa through here. You can add those through your Janu Shirshasana sequence, or simply stay in Janu Shirshasana A if these are bothersome to the knees. Folding forward. Deeper each time. Inhale, release. Just like when we were standing, Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimottanasana. Bind behind the back, folding forward. Inhale, release, switch sides. Top of the foot comes up to face the belly. Folding forward. Inhale, releasing from Janu Shirshasana, moving through your vinyasa. Exhale, downward facing dog. Re-establishing the breath here. Bend the knees, come forward to the Marichyasana sequence. Marichyasana A. Right knee comes in towards the chest. Folding over the left leg, come into that bind. Right leg stays close to the body as the right arm wraps around. Reaching towards a bind behind you. Folding forward. Inhale, release and switch sides. Wrapping the left arm around the left leg. Arms come together to bind. Everything is active, everything is engaged here, even the straight leg. As you fold deeply. Inhale, release. Bringing top of the foot in. Both knees are bent here. Marichyasana B. Fold forward. Inhale, release. Switching sides. Top of the right foot comes up. Knee is open, down. Left leg stays close to the body. Sits bones working towards the ground. As you fold forward here. Inhale, release. Marichyasana C. Right leg comes in. Spinal twist. Spine's nice and tall. Left leg is engaged. Working towards that bind. Gaze over the right shoulder. Exhale, unwind, release, and switch sides. Working towards that bind, keeping length in the spine. Gaze over the left shoulder. Exhale, release. And coming into Marichyasana D. Same hip opening, this time with a twist and with a bind. Deep, deep core engagement, deep spinal twist. Releasing all those toxins. Slowly unwind as you switch sides. Being mindful of the knee, the ACL. Coming into the bind, the second side. Gaze over the opposite shoulder. Breathing as deeply as possible here. Slowly unwind. Coming back to center. Moving through Vinyasa, releasing all of those twists. Adho Mukha Shavasana, downward facing dog. Moving into Navasana, boat pose. Jumping through and landing on the seat bones, keeping the feet floating. Breathing here, core is engaged. Spine is nice and tall, just balancing on the sits bones. Knees are straight, arms are straight. Chin is slightly tucked. Inhale, slowly release to the ground. Exhale, sucking in the belly. Inhale, slowly lower, feel the core engagement. Exhale, and hug the knees in towards the chest, moving through your vinyasa. Inhale, release the core. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing here. Inhale, bend the knees, getting ready to jump into Yogic Squat. Bhuja Tadasana, knees over the shoulders as you almost sit on top of the triceps above the elbows. Crossing the legs together over to Bhuja Tadasana, working the gaze in front of you as to not fall on your face, finding that balance between the front and the back. When you're ready, unwinding and releasing back into a vinyasa. Inhale, release the spine. Exhale, downward facing dog. Next pose is Bakasana. Tailbone towards the sky. Core is engaged. Moving into Tortoise Pose, Konasana. Elbows beneath the knees, forehead towards the ground. Legs are wide. Breathing here to this deep forward fold. Walking the feet up and around, arms come into a bind behind you. Feet walking together, listening to the hips, listening to the outsides of the knees, finding your barrier here, finding your limit. Working the feet behind the head, ankles cross. As the hands remain in a bind. Supta Kurmasana. And exhale, release into Konasana, Cobblers Pose. Outsides of the feet together. They also call this butterfly pose. Elbows are working the thighs further down towards the ground. To Supta Padangustasana, right leg, opening out the hip to the right side. Exhale back to center, switch sides. Supta Parsvahita. Ubaya Padangustasana, rolling back onto the sits bones. Gaze is up towards, past the toes. Working your way into Urdhva Mukha Paschimottanasana, balancing forward fold. Lower belly is engaged here for balance. And release into fish pose, Setu Bandhasana. Balancing on the top of the head, and the heels and the elbows. And release into wheel. Let's actually get a foundation here in bridge pose. Get a deeper stretch in wheel, feet hip width distance apart, shoulders rounded back and down, engaging the glutes, engaging the quads, then bring the hands over the head, pushing up into wheel, belly button towards the sky. Knees are working towards becoming straight as you push the chest forward against an invisible wall in front of the face. Coming into TikTok here, standing, slowly coming up on your own time. Keeping the neck back and release back down into Urdhva Dhanurasana. Release slowly to the ground, one vertebrae at a time. Counter pose is Paschimottanasana, rolling into a forward fold. Folding deeply here. Breathing. Preparing for the finishing sequence. We'll come into Salamba Sarvangasana, shoulder stand. Back is supported by a tripod of the arms. Feet are directly above the spine. And exhale, lowering over into Halasana, plow pose. Toes above the head. Karna Pindasana. Rabbit pose. And up into Urdhva Padmasana, so coming into lotus pose. Gaining that stability again on the shoulders. Engaging the belly here, finding that balance. And when you're ready, exhaling into Dandasana, coming into a bind here. Inhale, slowly release one vertebrae at a time, Matsyasana. Coming to the top of the head, Yogi toe lock. Once you are settled there, pulling the chest open once again. Releasing the arms, releasing the legs straight. Big core engagement here, Uttana Padottanasana. And then coming to a Vinyasa. Getting ready for headstand. You can go up against a wall or have something soft to land on behind you. Coming onto the forearms, not much pressure on the top of the head. Engage the lower belly. Toes stepping closer and closer, trying to get the spine as straight as possible before the legs become light, and lift up and over the head. This might take a couple tries as you find that balancing point. And just having fun with it. Engaging the belly. And when you're ready, slowly releasing back down. Moving back into lotus, Baddha Padmasana. Wrapping the arms around you to grab into Yogi toe lock. Fold forward. Connecting with that breath once again. Inhale, up and release. Settling into a more meditative state here. Padmasana. Uptapuhi. Lifting up the legs. Core engagement here. Exhale, settling back down. You can choose to remain in a seated meditation for the end of your practice, or come into a Shavasana, laying down on the back of your mat, finding a position that's comfortable for you. And you can do self-adjustments here in Shavasana by scooching out the heels, so bringing the legs nice and long. And you can walk the shoulders down the mat, rolling out the neck, rolling out the spine. Just releasing all that tension from the top of the head to the tips of the toes. Finding that state of homeostasis once again. Reviewing your practice. Reviewing the challenges. Reviewing your accomplishments. And giving yourself thanks for taking the time to go inwards in this moving meditation, for taking on this challenge, for giving yourself the time in this Ashtanga practice. Once you are ready, slowly rolling out of your Shavasana on your own time. Coming back to a seat. And slowly moving out of this practice on your own time. Hey guys, thanks for joining me for today's Ashtanga practice. I hope that it can help you develop your own practice at home and stay inspired to keep working at it. Obviously, I've got a long ways to go, so I'm gonna keep practicing and drink plenty of water, and remember to fuel your body with good plant-based foods so that your practice can be as light and as strong as possible. Namaste.